Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of SlickTopia. This is a series we're playing Tango Tech's TekTopia mod with a few other mods thrown in for fun. So we've got a lot of exciting things planned for today. Let's see. Let's just recap real fast what we did last time. Last time we expanded the apartments over there. We tore down and rebuilt our entire storage facility over here and set it up for automatic sorting, which has been working wonderfully. Let's see. In between episodes, I added Decocraft to our list of mods. I think I did it a couple episodes, but I actually played with it now. So I made these fancy little signs. So I've got a butcher sign here, cross swords for the blacksmith there. Obviously the little bank sign for the storage. I just felt that was the most appropriate one there. Let's see, added a couple piles of coal here. Not a whole lot, really. I haven't played a whole bunch with that mod. So yeah, it's there's a ton of things you can do with it. So I need to go through a lot of it, and that's definitely going to be something that is an ongoing project. We're going to continuously do that. The other big thing I did was I cleaned up this room. Check this out. Yeah, all this floor space now. I took all the machines down and relocated them over here, made them a lot more efficient, swapped out sag mills instead of all the hammers, and we've still got hammers for sand into dust because it doesn't happen any other way. But man, look at those numbers now. Yeah, 67,000 gravel and sand, and before we were constantly running out. We couldn't keep up. But now what we're constantly running out of is cobble. You can see here our stack limit is 2,048 stacks, and we're down to 1,325, and that thing was full. So I've used, almost half of the cobblestone so far because this poor little generator can't keep up. So that brings us to the focus for today's episode. Today, I want to build a mob farm, a really awesome mob farm. That's the goal. So I've been noticing I don't really have enough gunpowder to keep me in rockets. I do tend to waste a lot of rockets. We don't have any blaze rods to upgrade our cobblestone generator or to make some of the other cool stuff that I want to make with it. So yeah, here's my thought process. My thought process is I want to build a giant prison with a mob farm inside. I think that would be pretty cool. But I also want it to have some functionality other than just getting us a bunch of free loot, even though, loot is the reason why we play video games, right? Because we all love loot. Yeah. But that being said, I want there to be some functionality for our village. So I was thinking that I want to build it in such a way that it filters out zombies and just releases the zombies easily into the village, so that way the guards have something to do. I think that would be pretty cool. So I thought about putting it on this little island here, since that's where we're killing all the mobs already, but I really want to save that because I think I'm going to terraform this land sometime in the near future and expand so we have more space for actual buildings, for our village. So what I want to do, I think I want to put a new island over here in the water, right over here. I want it to be close to the edge, but not in the corner. If we go a little farther that way, that's the corner of our village. So I'm thinking I want to go all the way out to the village border over here and just come in a little bit and put it basically right up against the edge of the village. And I think that would be pretty cool. So the zombies shouldn't pathfind all the way over to here unless there's guards present here. I want it to be far enough. I think it's 25 blocks that they'll tag onto, or they'll aggro onto either me or a villager. So I want it to be, if a guard is stationed here, then the zombies will come. If the guard goes over there, then the zombies will stay there. That's my goal anyway. So let's get started. The very first thing we need to do is build an island. All right, everybody, take a look at that and tell me what you think. Yeah, talk about a massive amount of work. It's actually the next day. So I built the island out, started from the bottom and then just brought it around. Tried to add a lot of details. Let's zoom in here so you can see it. Tried to add a lot of details just to break it up. I didn't want just a big gray blob. I added the fence all the way around. These are iron bars with a different chisel texture. And then I've got this fancy little bridge going across here. I wanted it to look like, you know, very secure and kind of industrial almost. So on the outside, I've put the 2 guard posts. So that way we'll have some guards here. The levers don't do anything. They're just for looks. Just to look cool. And then let's take a look at what we've done inside. So right inside, you can see I've got buttons all over the floor. You know, I started using them for decoration, but then I realized that our buddy the merchant was spawning right here while I was building this. And I actually had a couple of necromancers spawn back here too. One of them spawned right here and his head was stuck in a block, so he died. I didn't even fight him, he just died. And I just came over and picked up the loot. That was pretty cool. But yeah, so I don't want anything spawning out here, so I just covered it with buttons. It's a little ugly, but I thought it was better than carpet. So just got a lever securing the door on the outside. Once you're inside, you know, if you can't really flip the lever, but if you ever get locked in, you're stuck. So let's take a look. So this is going to be the main tower of the mob spawner. And I thought that, you know, I didn't want something just a big box. I wanted it to actually look good. So I know it's not going to be the most efficient, but I think that, you know, putting powered spawners in here and having them drop will give us plenty of drops. I think that'll be cool. This is dark clear glass, so we'll be able to see through it, but it won't actually let light through once we're done. And then down here, that's going to be the drop chute for getting all of the mobs. Aside from zombies and skeletons, I think my plan is to just break this out here and put these mob filters here, which I've actually never used these blocks. Let's look. This is an inverted mob filter. Let's take a look. So now I can not walk on that because I'm not an undead, right? So anybody that is not an undead, so a zombie or a skeleton, will just fall straight through. But a zombie or a skeleton will land on that as if it's a solid block. And I think I will put some of these. I don't think I want to put them on the front. I think maybe I'll put them on the side. I haven't figured out how I'm gonna do this yet. The issue I was running into with, yeah, that's ugly. I just want to not be able to see it. We'll figure it out. Maybe I can paint those. But the issue I was running into was separating the skeletons from the zombies. I really wish there was a zombie only filter, because that's really all I want in here is zombies. Because I really actually, I mean, I don't guess I care to have the skeletons down there because we've got plenty of bones and bone meal from our automated deal over there. But it'd be nice to have just zombies coming out, so that way the skeletons aren't clogging the system. But we'll get all that sorted out later. Over here, I've got our little prison area. So we've got cells available, and I've actually got 2 mobs in here already. I just had these guys in soul vials. So this is our creeper. We named him Bomb Voyage. If any of you have ever seen The Incredibles, I thought that was pretty clever. And this is, let's take a look at his name, because I thought that was clever. And he won't blow up. Frank Enstein. Hey, I'll punch you back. Okay, I went and took a nap, and let's take a look up here. Yeah, I want to show this off, you know, in the daytime where you can see it. Let's come up top. And so the plan is for this to be the mob spawning tower, and next steps, we've got to get floors put in here to you know, shovel all the mobs down into that tube. And then I'm gonna bring this up. I'm not sure how many levels yet, but it is definitely going to be going higher. I just wanted to stop here and get it planned out and bring you guys back to show you where we're at. I think that in this area, I will also put a roof and have another floor in here shoveling mobs over there. So I'm thinking that maybe we'll have a roof somewhere right around where I'm standing, like maybe right on top of these blue blocks. We'll have a layer here to cover the roof down below, and then I'll put a spawning platform here. It's not it's kind of funky shaped, and it's not the, you know, the most efficient building, but I didn't want a big box, you know, so I wanted something that would look a lot more natural but still provide some function. So I've got a couple of powered spawners, or a couple of spawners I should say, that I'm going to put in here. I'm going to have an Enderman spawner, and I'm also going to have a Blaze spawner for sure in this tower. And I think aside from that, I might just leave dark room spawns, but we'll have to see. I don't know what kind of rates I'm going to get with. I'll probably mega torch that area so that way that's no longer valid, and we should actually still get pretty decent rates as long as I've got mega torches around blocking spawns everywhere else. So we'll see. I'm going to start building up on this and add some floors, and I'll bring you back when I've got a little more progress. All right, take a look at this and tell me what you think. Finally done. Hours and hours of work, but I'm pretty excited. Yeah, I added the dark clear glass up top so we could see in. Of course, we're not high enough to see anything really, but if we were, we could. And I've got these little antenna towers on top just for decoration. Thought that was a pretty neat touch. Let's come in here and take a look. So this is our little drop chute. Let's see if we can see anybody. Up top right here, we've got a powered Enderman spawner. You can't see it, but there's a powered Enderman spawner and then also a vanilla blaze spawner. So both of those are set right above, yep, there comes a blaze right now. Set right above vector plates, and the vector plates just shove them down the hole. And this is the dark clear glass, so no light is actually getting through. Like you can see, it looks light in there, but it's really not. So that's pretty cool. And then let's see. Up top here on this side, this is our dark room spawning platform. So this is where a lot of vanilla mobs spawn. It stays dark in there. I'm too close for anything right now, but then they'll get shot over there. And then we've also got another one on the very top. That third floor up top there. So that's the Enderman floor, that's the blaze floor, and then that's another regular dark room floor. But I want to leave that available just in case I decide like I want to put another mob of some type in there. I was thinking about maybe doing like a shulker spawner, but I don't know how well that would work. I don't know that they'll fall. I think they'll just teleport somewhere. But let's take a look at the bottom and I'll show you where they all get ground up. I made me a little airlock down here. It's not very pretty, but it gets the job done. So yeah, I don't know how well this will show up on YouTube, but these mob mashers, I've got them stocked up with looting upgrades, smite upgrades, and sharpness upgrades on all four, maxed out. So they grind them up pretty quick. Then I've got this fancy little inhibitor obelisk that prevents Endermen from teleporting out of here. So as soon as they're stuck in there, they ain't going anywhere. So that's pretty cool. And all the loot is getting picked up by this absorption hopper, and the items get shoved into this ender chest, which yeah, it looks like we've got to clear some of that stuff out. And we've got a matching ender chest hooked up to our storage system over there. I'll show that to you in a bit. And then all of the XP is treated as a liquid, and it gets shoved up into this fluid tank and then over into the ender tank. I tried to hook it straight up. Oh, yep, just killed an enderman. I tried to hook the absorption hopper straight to the ender tank, but for some reason it wouldn't push. So I just had to run it through that fluid tank first. And then let's come over here and I'll show you where all the loot's coming out on the other side, and we'll get that ender chest cleared out. I'll show you how I set the filters up and everything. There we go. Boom. So let's take a look. Yeah, 473 blaze rods. That thing's been kicking butt. 3,000 ender pearls. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever run out. I did throw a few upgrades in here, but I've also got a void upgrade because, you know, if we use more than 512 stacks of ender pearls, that's going to be a lot. So I'm not too concerned about that. And then all the other drops, yeah, we've got almost 1,000 gunpowder. So our gunpowder issues are solved. Let's come down here and I'll show you the setup. So let's clear this stuff out. We'll take out these boots, these legs, that chest, that helmet, and the glass bottles. We'll filter these out. So some item conduits in my hand. So right up here, I've got a trash can set up with an advanced item filter. Looks like we're running out of space here. I'm gonna have to figure out, probably just set up a whole nother trash can, but that should pull those items out now. Now, why didn't that work? Oh, because it was just the two. Okay. Yeah. All right, so those will go. And then, let's see if we can see it. If you look over here, I've got another part. Nope. Can't get to it from here. We'll have to go up top. close that off. So yeah, I had to break into the wall and use another conduit facade here, but I had to, for some reason, the basic items would not go onto the advanced filter. Like it would go on the filter, but it wouldn't work. So I just set this up over here, and we'll throw glass bottles in there because I really have no need for those. And we'll just throw these out. Yeah, so I'm finally getting a lot of loot set up. You can see also that we're going to be looking at these in the near future and building up our ore miners because we're starting to get a decent amount of those guys, finally. So let's take a look at what else we did. Man, I'm so relieved that this project is done. That's a lot of issues solved. And if we take a look over here, let's see how many levels we have. 51 levels. Yeah, so that thing puts out some XP. And what's really cool for those of you that don't know, so you can retrieve one, 10, or all of them at a time. And this number here is actually relative to how many levels it takes to get one level. So what I mean by that is it takes less experience to get one level than it does to get 2, 3, and so on. Like the amount of XP you need to get to the next level increases every time. So like, for example, if I take out 10 levels, this only went down by 1 because I still have enough liquid XP there to do that again. If I were to take them all, then I'll still wind up with only 51, but you can use them one at a time. So it makes it really convenient for things like enchanting. So if I need 6 levels for something, I pull out 6 levels and I've still got 51 levels left because I pulled out how much XP it takes for me to get to 6 levels from nothing. So that's pretty cool. Long-winded explanation for something that's pretty cool. It winds up being a lot more than it looks like. So that's neat. And then if we come over here, we also had an issue that I had to deal with during the construction of that, which was my chickens kept dying. Let's check on our population real fast. Yeah, I just picked up a random lead. That was cool. Yeah, see, I still have a good bit of chickens in here, but they were starving to death. And that's because if we look in our storeroom, we are ow. I'm a great flyer, just so you know. Like I'm a pro. If we look in here, I had to sort out beetroot seeds to come here also because we're just out of wheat seeds. Why are you standing there, dude? Get on, go to work. You too. But yeah, so we're out of wheat seeds, and I know that in one of the recent patches, Tango had modified the amount of seeds that dropped, and he may have gone a little overboard with it. But I don't see any other seeds anywhere, so yeah. Oh, yep, there was one. So we've got a little bit, but we need to increase our farming capabilities. So now that we've gotten all this space, our druids are just kicking butt. So we need to get some new farmers to be able to keep up with what the druids have been putting out. I would much rather have the farmers stand around every once in a while rather than not be able to keep up. So that's going to be a focus. And in fact, right before I started recording this clip, I just laid down four baby hearts. I just planted them in their beds. So we've got 4 kids floating around here somewhere. It's late in the day, so they're probably not at school anymore. But yeah, somewhere around here, we've got 4 kids running around. So I'm going to make one of them another guard, and probably the other 3 are going to be farmers. And I'm doing them 4 at a time. I recently redid the school. I don't remember if I showed this in the last episode or not, but because of the overcrowding issue, we had 12 kids plus a teacher in here. That was way too much for this small area. So I did the math, and this room supports 5 people, I believe. 1, 2, 7, 6, 9. So yeah, so 63 tiles. So yeah, this room will support 5 people. So and I think that's all right, because when we have 12 kids growing up at one time, then I've got to buy 12 profession tokens that, you know, some of those are a stack of emeralds per token. So yeah, so I think it's all right to cut down on the number of kids that we're growing up at a time. But now that we've gotten a little more infrastructure built, I counted beds. We've got 17 beds, and then I planted 4 kids, so 13 beds available plus 4 in the barracks. So I should have in theory, I should have another 14 villagers available, beds available, that I can start planting over between now and next episode. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll bring you guys back in time for giving them their jobs. And then pretty soon we're going to have to build another apartment building. Like, I know it seems like we spend most episodes just building living space, but that's all right. We'll get it done. So I'm glad with the progress we made today. We got a lot of work done and a lot of decoration. Okay. This is too cool. I'll leave you guys. I'll keep you guys around for this. Let's get some rockets. Where? Aha. Why is my rocket not working? Oh no. Oh no. I'm panicking. Where's the necromancer? Come on, get out of the water. Where'd she go? Where did she go? Oh, she teleported. So where'd the necromancer go? I don't see him anywhere. Well, I guess she got him. Alright, good job. Let's see. Let's check her inventory real fast. Well, she doesn't have any emeralds. I don't have any emeralds. That's strange. Huh. Let's just take a look around real fast, see if there's any emeralds around here somewhere. I see some XP down there, but no emeralds. Huh. Well, that's disappointing. Yeah, no sign of the emeralds. We should have got 20 emeralds for that deal. Alright, well, that was a sad way to end this, but unfortunately that is all we're going to have time for today. So, if you like this episode, please consider subscribing, click that like button, share this with your friends, and we'll hope to see you in the next episode. Have a great night!